Two faded to play. Now in the pixels and the lights, feel the thrill of the fights. The game's so intense, I need some defense. A victory allowed, so press start now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Lsd, and I'm with my homeboy Eggs over here.
How's it going?
And we're Too Faded to Play, a podcast about video games and day drinking.
It's the latest we've ever shot this podcast, so it's actually acceptable drinking hours.
Yeah, you know, we usually kind of shoot around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but we was working today.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're both tired.
I'm bit up. Mosquitoes
The
tore me
mosquitoes
up.
were attacking you.
Oh,
Not a single one touched me.
Cause you had on pants. I'm out here with shorts on. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But,
I don't know what you were thinking.
well, South Carolina, hot. That's what I was thinking, but it was actually pretty mild today.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. So what have you been up to? We ain't kicked it in a minute.
I've honestly not been doing too much. I'd playing a game here and there, and then sleeping. I mean, it's been getting hot out. We've been in the upper 90s the last couple of weeks now, and I've just been going to work, getting overheated, coming home and sleeping pretty much.
Yeah, same here. Been out of town working. You know, trying to avoid the alligators and the cottonmouth snakes.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple. So yeah, we it's some dangerous work, but it's got to get done. But well, anyways, we're doing something a little different today.
I'm curious about this one.
Yeah, you the one bought this one up.
Yeah.
And this is, we usually do a beer and then we do a liquor. I don't even know what to call this.
Neither do I, because I don't know if it's wine like normal. Like, it doesn't say anything about the wine.
It
says spiked punch, so I don't know if that's like
what's crazy.
Yeah.
What's crazy about it? This bitch is 12%.
12%. For everybody listening, apparently Mad Dog or MD 2020 comes in a can now.
Yeah, we're drinking Mad Dog 2020 sweet blue raspberry spiked punch.
12%.
Oh man,
And it's a tall can.
It is too.
I don't know. I just saw this on the shelf, and I was so confused.
Oh man, so we're going to give it a shot. All right.
I don't know about that. That's weird.
It's like wine, but seltzer.
Yeah. It's really weird. I don't know about it.
I don't know either.
And then there's kind of like a hint of, I shouldn't say hint, there's a pretty strong flavor of the blue raspberry.
Yeah.
It's very candy, like it tastes like a candy.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it, but
It's something.
it's cheap.
Is it?
It was like $1.50.
Shit, $1.50 for a big can of 12%?
Yeah, I paid like $3 for this shit.
That's not bad.
I mean, if you want to get hammered, this will put you there.
I guess they're trying to do their old marketing scheme of being the cheap thing you can buy. But just now they're in a can.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan either. Now, I don't know. It might just be the blue raspberry, because I think that's what's really throwing me off.
Yeah, it's like real potent.
Yeah, I might like some of the other flavors, because I think they had 3. It was like blue raspberry.
It was like some type of pineapple.
Yeah,
one.
pineapple something, and I think like a fruit punch. or something like that.
Yeah, the store I went to only had 2.
Okay.
But this one is maybe if it was colder. I think coldness will help.
I don't know if that would even save this.
No, I'm gonna drink it.
It's not the worst thing I've tasted.
No, it's not the worst thing we had.
For $1.50, I would drink it.
Yeah,
you know.
If you just got like $3 or $4, you get you 2 of these, you be right.
Yeah, especially at 12%.
Yeah, drinking quick too. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna finish it.
Big bark, hard bite of flavor.
It definitely got a bite. I don't know.
I should say for the price, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
If this was like a
$3,
$4 or $5 drink,
yeah,
I'd say absolutely not.
Yeah.
For $1.50,
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
If you just got a couple of bucks and you just want to get hammered real quick,
it'll do it.
this'll get you there.
Yeah.
Oh man, so now that we got this out the way, kind of had like a little tragedy.
You calling that a tragedy?
Well, this is the first time we talked about a game, but we're not going to be able to talk about it because I couldn't play it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was kind of crazy because
It's your game too.
it's my game,
Yeah.
you know? And what was crazy about it is I'm thinking like, I got, all these Xboxes. I can just put it in my Xbox and it's backwards compatible. I didn't know all 360 games are not backwards compatible.
Yeah, no, yeah. They were slowly like adding backwards compatible. So I guess from my understanding of how the backwards compatible thing works is you put the disc in, the console reads the disc and says it's this game, and then it goes to the Microsoft Store and downloads the game from the Microsoft Store. Essentially, your disc is just a key. So if they don't have the game on the store,
Right.
you can't. It's not backwards compatible to play.
And I actually looked it up to see if I can get the game, but it wasn't showing up in the store.
Yeah.
So now that kind of makes sense. So I wasn't able to play our game of the... Fuck, it's all the way over there. So I wasn't able to play our game, Brink.
Yeah.
From the cover, it looked like it was a been a fun game. But from what I hear you say...
Yeah, it, well,
Dog.
our
Too.
yeah, it tastes like dinner. So our good friend King Bun saw that I was playing it because even though it's a 360 version, I found out that the game is actually free on Steam. So I just downloaded the Steam version and I was playing it. And King Bun sent me a message. He's like, "So how's Brink?" And I just sent him no good. That was just all I said. Just no good. It's not worth playing today. I know you were having issues with. You were also trying to play it on the 360, it's a 360 game.
Yeah, I tried to put it on the 360, and for whatever reason, my 360 will not connect to the internet.
Yeah.
It just keeps saying, reset your router, and I did everything that it said, and it just keeps giving me this error. And when I started Googling it, and I went into like the forums and stuff, everybody was saying like a lot of games won't, like Xbox 360 will not connect to live anymore. Well, I don't know if it's an Xbox thing, but a lot of people said like they got like older routers, so it was able to connect. But I got a newer one, so it's not. So I actually went in there and changed the settings, and it still wouldn't connect. So,
and that kind of confuses me because I'm pretty sure we have the same router, and I've hooked up my 360 to that router recently, like within the last year.
That 360.
That 360.
See, I got one of those 360s, but I hooked up the other 360, the slim one.
Okay. But
So-
even the Slim came out after that one.
That's what I'm thinking.
It should work even more,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Because that's an original model 360.
right, no.
Somehow not red ringed, but it's an original model.
Yeah, and I got a couple of those models, and I didn't feel like going to find the cables. I just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're just not going to talk about this game. It's not even going up on the Cartridge Club.
Yeah, we're not going to put it up on the list just because you can't actually rank it. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the game a little bit because we did promise we would talk about it for the Cartridge Club. So and I've got some things to say about it. Mm-hmm. Part of the reason that you couldn't play it on Xbox, and part of the reason I think the game isn't good to play anymore, is because it needs to be online. And that's why it wouldn't let you play it, because you couldn't log into your live to go online.
Right.
It is a game that forces you to be online. However, there's nobody playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
So you go to play it. You play the story mode. And the story mode of the game puts you in a multiplayer map where you have 2 teams. It's like a team deathmatch kind of thing. And your objective in the story mode is to get to the other side of the map and like place a mine on a door and wait out. You gotta like defend the point kind of thing. And that's the whole story game. The whole story of the game is like that. So since there's nobody playing the game anymore, which is understandable, the game came out in like 2011.
Yeah.
There's nobody playing it anymore. So you just get stuck with you and like 15 AI, 15 bots. And they're not very good at playing the game. Your teammate bots are just as bad as your enemy bots. So while you're sitting there and you're able to kill the enemy bots really easy, your teammate bots are also dying like crazy.
Oh my god.
So it's really just you against 15 constantly respawning enemies. And there's no like the game kind of wants you to use like teamwork. Like it's like we need to attack this point to get through to this area so that we can get to this door. And there's like different classes that you can use. There's a medic class, a warrior class, like a demo class, a hacker class. And that stuff is really cool. It reminds me a lot of Team Fortress 2, which I don't think you've played really.
I'm hip to it though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of that game, Team Fortress 2, but there's just no one playing it. Yeah. So you can't take advantage of all that stuff, really. Like, I ended up just becoming a character that could resupply ammo just because my AI bots kept running out of ammo because they were just shooting like crazy and not killing anything.
That's terrible.
And then I was just sitting here listening. It was just the guy like, I need ammo. I need ammo. I'm out of ammo. I need ammo. And I was just like, okay, I'll change class. I'm going to resupply everyone with ammo. So they shut the fuck up. But I can see in its day when the game came out, I could see how it would be fun.
Okay.
Because like the map seemed well designed. There was like the maps that I played on were well designed. There was like little areas where you could sneak off and go around, or you could get in like a vent pipe and like climb through and like get a drop onto the enemy side. There was cool stuff. I could see how the game would be fun when there's actual people to play with and against. But in its current state, it's not worth playing. You did not miss out on anything. Yeah. Not being able to play it.
It kind of sucks, man, because, you know, like me and you are like physical collectors. Mm-hmm. You know, we collect and we build our collections off of games, like physical games. But the fact that you can't play a lot of them, it kind of sucks, you know, because it's like you just basically buying a brick just for your show. Yeah. You know, you can't fucking play it. You know, there's nobody playing them anymore, and it sucks, you know. Yeah. And I hate the culture of it now, because like if you was to buy like a Nintendo game or Sega, you know, you could play it as many times as you want, you know, without, you know, having somebody to play with. But these newer games, like if it's just online based only and nobody else is playing it, you just stuck with a brick. Yeah.
Well, you know, there was a game that you and I both really like called The Crew. Yeah. They shut the servers down to that game.
Did they?
So you and I both have physical copies of that game. Yeah. We can put them in, not play the game. Really? It is a dead game. It boots up the loading screen. It boots up the screen. You go to play, and it just says, cannot connect. Game is offline.
I got 2. I got 1 and 2.
I think 2 is still online, but The Crew 1 completely shut down.
Get the fuck out of here.
It is impossible to play. You can't even play it solo.
See, I think I should get a kickback. I think I should get some money back.
It feels like it, but
yeah, I mean, you know, you buy the game, you spend $70. You know, you want to be able to play this game forever. Even if you buy a digital copy, you want to be able to play this game. It's yours. And you just gonna shut the fucking server down?
Yeah.
Bitch, I want my money.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's the way game is going. As we get closer and closer to the digital future of digital-only games, we're just hitting a point where, like, they don't owe you the game. Like, I've got games. They shut down the PlayStation 3 store recently, a couple months ago. I've got a few games on there that I went and downloaded because they're not on anything else. They're not on Steam. They're not on Xbox. They're not on PS4. They're not on PS5. These games are just on the PS3. They shut down that store. Thankfully, I downloaded the game, so I have it on there.
Right.
But if I ever accidentally delete that or that hard drive dies, that game's gone. Like, it's just disappeared.
Hey, man, you know, the more you drink this shit, it actually tastes good.
It's actually not bad, yeah. As you go on, it kind of...
It get adjusted to it. Because I'm fucked up. But also...
To be fair, we were drinking before.
Right.
We've been drinking the last, 5 hours. So.
Like, wait a minute. We did have about 10 beers prior to this. So we just recently got a refrigerator for our beers for our trailer project. And
An outside refrigerator.
Outside refrigerator.
Yeah.
It was filled with beer.
Filled. Like, I don't know, cans wise, there was probably 25, 30 cans in there.
Yeah, it was filled with beer. By the time we was done, I think it was 3 beers.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good.
And I mean, it wasn't just us two. We did
no.
There was a couple of us.
Yeah, it was 4 of us.
But still, the fact that we emptied that fridge and I've got to restock it when we're done shooting this podcast.
Right, that's crazy. But yeah, man, back to the game. You know, they're scamming us right now. And they're pushing for you to get all digital. But if you shut the server down, it's just gone. It's just gone forever. I don't think that's right.
No.
You know?
I think what they should do, and this is more on the PC side of things, and it's also why I've told you specifically a couple of times now that once home consoles go digital only, I'm done. I'm just playing PC.
I agree with you right there.
And what I think game companies should do for games like The Crew or something like that, where it's a server-based game, and then they want to shut the servers down. I understand that they want to shut the servers down at some point. That costs them money.
Yeah.
And there's 30 people playing the game, maybe. You know, I understand that they don't want to keep that up. I completely get that. They need to make it so that people can run private servers. That we shouldn't have to rely on Ubisoft in the cruise situation to play that game. They should let us be I want to host my own server.
Yeah, agreed.
Bring people in. But they don't do that.
Or, you know, give you some type of kickback for it.
No, they're never going to do that.
I'm just saying, though, they're not going to do that.
They're too greedy.
But I just feel like this is a waste, man. You know, because everybody's not a digital person. Some people like to collect. You know, now we just got the disc and we hey, I got this cool disc here, but I can't play it.
Yep.
And The Crew is actually fun.
The Crew's a lot of fun. I really enjoy. I bought that game twice to play it.
Right.
I bought it once on the Xbox One, and then I bought it again on PS4.
Yeah, I got it on the Xbox and the 5. Well, I got Crew 2 on 5.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I thought that was dirty. I'm gonna have to see what else I got because I got a lot of Xbox 360 games. I think I have more 360 games than anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you should go through and see stuff that's just online only because that's all gonna be shut down. To be, I guess, on the good side of things, the 360 wasn't really a part of the era with online only games as much.
Yeah.
They existed. That was kind of when they started.
Yeah.
But it wasn't crazy like it is now, where you've got Battlefield is online only, Call of Duty is online only, fucking what else came out recently? I don't know. Fortnite. You know, all these games are just online only, and there's a shitload of them.
Right.
And once those servers get shut down in 15 years, those games are done. They're just done, unplayable.
Because I believe Grand Theft Auto is just going to be online only. eventually, because you still have a story mode in the Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one in 6, but after that, it's probably just going to be straight online after 6.
Yeah, if online does as good for 6 as it did 5,
Yeah.
they'll have no reason to do a GTA 7 story.
No, and I like the stories; they're fun. But the fact that they're just going to just do away with it, just like how Call of Duty did away with like pretty much their campaigns. They just online, just battle royale type of shit. And I really enjoyed the campaigns. Like I like playing battle royale with my friends. But if I'm just sitting there just dicking around by myself, like I don't have a bunch of people I play with.
Yeah.
I'd rather play the campaign more than anything.
Yeah, and that's what I've always enjoyed, solo games. Like, games are incredibly fun to play with people. But sometimes I just want to sit down, unwind, sit on my couch and play a fucking game by myself and not think about anything, Like,
yeah, man. Just like I was playing Anno, man. I played that for hours.
Yeah.
There's nobody dicking around with me, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to build my city and stuff like that. And I had to put it down, man. I was getting destroyed by this other island because they got better ships than I got. I got old wooden ships with cannonballs. These boys got missiles and flamethrowers. Yeah. Every time I go and try to fight one, they sink me in like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to build up. But I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, how about we do our next episode just complaining about the gaming industry? Because we'll go ahead and move on from this. We're going to complain about everything wrong with the modern gaming industry next episode, so we can get on to our topic today. Yeah, on to our second drink.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and gripe next episode. But we gonna pour up this next drink.
I guess final thoughts on Brink is it's an okay game, not worth playing today. Just don't. If I had to put it on my list, it'd be close to the bottom, not because it's a bad game, but just because it's not worth playing.
Yeah, so I'll give you that. So no Cartridge Club next this week. Next one we're playing
Ys Ark of Nepishtim.
That's what he said. Because
it's at your house.
It's at my house, and I forgot to bring it.
It's a PS2 game. Ys is one of my favorite game series. They've gone through multiple different styles of gameplay. They're like an action RPG-ish thing. More Zelda-like.
I like me some Zelda.
So, I think they're a lot of fun. The one I gave you is one of my favorites. So, we'll see. We'll see what you think. I like them.
You go ahead and give it a shot. So going into our next drink, we actually had this for a while. Yeah,
we've been meaning to get to it, but we've just kept forgetting.
Our friends over there at It's Not What You Think podcast gave this to us, and it's called Four Roses Single Berry Straight Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey. Check it out. It's 100 proof.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So
we haven't been drinking enough today, apparently.
I guess not. I mean, we did eat, so I'm just going to pour up a shot.
Yeah, I'm not going to drink a whole lot because I've been drinking too much already.
Right. Before we get into our next topic, I got a story.
Oh, okay.
One of our good buddies
is this the story you've been holding back from me?
Oh, my God.
So, I guess for quick context, it was like a week ago now, 2 weeks ago.
A week ago.
A week ago.
Weekend, yeah.
He told me that something hilarious happened with one of our buddies, or some of our buddies, and he's refused to tell me the story. He's been like holding it over my head, like he'll start telling it and be like, nah, I'm gonna save that for the podcast, and then he'll like start laughing to himself, and he's like, oh, I was just thinking about that story. I'm gonna save it for the podcast, though. I'm not gonna tell you. Yep. So I finally get to hear this story that he's been like just holding above my head for a week.
So one of our buddies had a baby shower. He's about to have a little girl, and me and the other buddy, we went to the baby shower because it's our homeboy. So we went, and after the baby shower, while we was down there, we was drinking. After the baby shower, I was like, "Hey man, why don't y'all come by the house? You and your wife. We'll go ahead. I'll put some burgers on the grill. I'll make some hot dogs. We sit back and just chill, chop it up, So they come over to the crib. I'm grilling burgers and stuff. So his wife was like, "Hey, David, make me a drink." I was like, "I got you."
Not the buddy with the not the buddy the baby shower was for.
Not the pregnant one. The non-pregnant one. I was like, "Hey, Dave, make me a drink." I was like, "Okay, I got you." So I go in there and I make her a longer island iced tea.
So I do know who this lady is. And we have spoken about her before.
We have.
Specifically when we made her take a shot of Malort.
Oh yeah, she did.
We were all sitting around a table, and our buddy kind of like tricked her into taking the shot of Malort, because we're all sitting there thinking like, "Oh, we're gonna laugh because this Malort tastes awful.
This is the worst.
It's the worst drink ever. She comes up to the back door with the shot glass, because we told her, just take a shot. You do not want to sip this. Just take a shot. She comes up and she's like, "All right, I'm going to try it." She takes the shot, looks at it, and goes, "What's wrong with it?" We all just, "What's wrong with it? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, see, we was all like, "Wait, what? What the fuck wrong with you?" I mean, she took it like a champ.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I make her a longer island iced tea. And if you don't know, a longer island iced tea is basically you taking out the gin and the vodka, and it's just all Everclear.
It's the same mixers, but any of the alcohol parts is just Everclear.
It's just nothing but Everclear.
And if you don't know what Everclear is,
oh no,
got some right here. It is 190 proof.
Oh yeah,
95% alcohol.
So I got the mason jars. So I poured her up one in the mason jar. Boom, here you go. She drinking it. We out there chopping it up. The kids running around and shit. We chopping it up. And she's like, "Ooh, Dave, you made this strong. I like it." I was like, "Be careful." So she shot it.
Really?
I mean, she didn't shoot the whole thing.
Okay.
But, in the course of like 45 minutes, she shot it, So I go in there, I make me one. But I ain't drink it all. I drank like half because I was already busted.
Yeah.
So I drank half.
And as we learned from the last episode, that's about all you need of that drink.
Yeah, that's all you need.
You just need half and you're feeling it.
Just half. So then, boom. So I'm like, "Shit, hey, you want this?" She's like, "Yeah."
She drank more?
She drank more. She drank a second one.
I couldn't even get through the first one myself.
Dude, I could tell she was busted. Because she was chatty. I was like, "Oh, she fucked up." I'm looking at my homeboy like, "Oh, you in for a ride tonight?" So, anyway, so they leave. They go. About 20 minutes later, because he don't stay that far from us. 20 minutes later, he called me like, "God damn it, I'm going to kill you." I'm like, "What's wrong, nigga?" I'm like, "What's wrong, man?" He's like, why she over here throwing up in the She over there puking. Oh man, I was laughing so hard. Oh, that was so good. Oh man.
Yeah, no, last episode we drank those longer island iced teas, and I got about halfway through the glass and I stopped because I knew, I was like, I think I drank a quarter of the glass and I started feeling warm. Yeah. And I drank the half glass and I was like, if I drink any more of this, I'm throwing up tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised she made it that far because
Yeah, man, she was busted. She was busted. And then I texted her, I was like, "Hey man, she good?" He's like, "Yo, she hung up." Oh, that was so good. I had to hold it for this. But anyway.
Let's try a drink.
4 barrels.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, four barrel. Right
Four
there.
Roses.
Oh, my bad.
Single barrel.
Okay, I got it.
You got it all mixed
All
up.
right. 4 Roses, single barrel, Kentucky whiskey. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Bourbon whiskey.
Bourbon whiskey. Shout out to
Alrighty.
y'all. That doesn't take 100 proof.
No.
That shit's smooth.
It's real smooth. I expected a lot more of a bite. It's got a bit of a bite, but it's
like
not-
at the very end, though.
yeah, it is nowhere near what I expected.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, this is a good sipping whiskey.
Oh yeah, I can fuck with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to 4 Roses.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah,
And shout out to It's Not What You Think podcast for
oh yeah,
giving
check
us-
them out. It's Not What You Think podcast, man. They gave us this, and you know, it's good to listen to if you're into music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Different genres of music, I would say.
They kind of go through the history of music
Yeah.
and talk about it. We had one of the guys from It's Not What You Think podcast, Rick,
Yeah.
on one of our other episodes talking about RPGs. So
Yeah. Go ahead and give them a check out. Check out and see what they talking about over there.
but yeah, this is good. Surprisingly smooth for 100 proof.
Yeah, I thought it was going. I thought my throat was going to be on fire. No,
That's what I thought too. Like it's as far as personal preference goes, it's a little more than I like in a harshness. Mm-hmm. But it's nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be.
No, not even.
This
close.
is one of the better, stronger ones we've had, I guess.
I mean, if you want to just cut it down, man, you can splash it with some Coke or something like that.
Yeah, no, and it would be perfectly palatable.
Or
It's really smooth though.
shit. A couple of ice cubes will do it.
Yeah. And it is really smooth though.
This is good. I'll buy this.
Yeah.
All right, so our topic is VR. What I want to ask you is, what was your first introduction to VR?
Like the first time I played VR or when I kind of learned about VR?
Not first time you played it. Well, no, I'll give you when you learned about VR.
When I learned about VR. What I'm assuming you're going in with this is you want to talk about the Virtual Boy a little bit.
No, not necessarily.
That is technically VR.
That is VR.
The first time I think I had any kind of experience with VR was something we talked about in the arcade episode, which was that one you pull down over your head and it's like a tank game.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like spinning in circles and hitting buttons.
it's
There's not a tank game.
It's
but
a submarine.
Submarine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. Yeah. That was kind of like my first experience with something VR like. But I remember when what we think of VR now, the headsets were starting to come around, and I was so excited for VR because I thought it was just the future of gaming. Like I saw it and I was like, that is what in 10 years, that's what gaming is going to look like. And of course, 10 years later now, it's good. It's impressive. It's not exactly what gaming looks like, but you know.
Yeah. I think I would say the Virtual Boy would probably be like that's my first playable experience with VR. I never had one, but when Toys R Us was a thing and you used to be able to test like the video games and stuff like that, I remember they did have a Virtual Boy display. And I remember playing, I just remember it's like just red.
Yeah, it was just black and red or something like that.
And that's probably one of the reasons I didn't want one, because I didn't think they were fun. But I think what really got me into VR was the movie Lawnmower Man. It's a Stephen King movie called Lawnmower Man.
Okay.
So it's basically a movie about a guy. He has like these VR setups in his basement, and he would get into the VR and he would get immersed in it.
Okay.
And it was basically like it was trying to kill him. If you hit to see Stephen King,
Yeah, you
the
know
video
it's never
game's
good.
trying to the video game trying to kill you. But it was cool. It was cool, you know, because the VR setup was like, I mean, they were big. You know, he had this big giant setup. He had 2 of them, and you was in the game, and I thought it was really dope, you know. Or the movie Tron. That's basically VR.
Yeah.
You know, I remember seeing that as a kid. I thought that was just so dope that you just get into this thing and you're playing the video game, you know. that was probably my first experience with VR.
Okay.
Flash forward to 2024, we're nowhere near
no.
those type of setups.
I know there's an anime that it's not the greatest anime in the world, but it's called Sword Art Online, and it's kind of a VR thing where you put this helmet on your head basically, and it puts you to sleep, but it projects the video game into your brain as a dream in a way. So you're just sitting there sleeping, but you feel like you're in the game, like you're having a lucid dream kind of thing. So you're seeing the game, you're playing the game, you're controlling everything you're doing, but it's a game. And while we're probably nowhere ever near anything like that happening,
Right.
I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to just be put into a game, because it's less of like you putting a thing on and you see the game in a more like realistic version, which is what VR is now, and more of a you tricking your brain into thinking it's a part of the game, which is like a really cool idea. But I think tricking your brain is something that VR does really well.
Oh yeah.
Because there's games like specifically Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah.
That's what I love. Resident Evil 4. It's one of my favorite Resident Evils in general. Maybe even my favorite Resident Evil.
Yeah.
That game's not scary at all. Like, it's an action game. The moment you put the VR headset on me and those zombie whatever people are running at me, I'm flipping the fuck out. Like, I'm like peeking around corners like, oh, you know?
we had that when we had that our first Friendsgiving, and we was playing VR in the basement of my house, and we put the
Resident Evil 7.
That was 7?
I think it was 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay. We put it on our friend's head, and he was just like, "Oh man, this ain't nothing."
It was so hilarious. I wish. I don't know if you have the video or anything.
I don't have a video anymore.
Because there was just a fantastic moment of. So basically, our friend's playing the game the whole time, and he's like, "I ain't scared. This ain't shit." You know, he's talking himself up. He's being big. He's being bad. Yeah. And he gets to the part where it's the first boss fight, and I say, "Hey man, you might want to get your gun out. You know, you got a boss fight coming up."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna use the knife. I'm a stabber. I'm a shanker." And he didn't know it because he was in VR, but I spent the whole time like. Because I'd played the game, I knew the game, and between you and our other friend, I was both like silently being like, "Get your phones out. Something scary's coming up," you know. And what ended up scaring him wasn't the game, because as much like the game scared him at this point, because he got into the boss fight, and it's the part real early on when your character is trying to find his girlfriend.
Yeah. And
you kind of finally find her. And then she like turns into the weird zombie thing, and she just starts rushing at you to attack you. And he just starts going, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" He's like dipping his head side to side, trying to dodge her. And he just starts yelling my name. He's like, "Eggs, get my gun! Get my gun!" And he's like holding the controller out, and I come up and I'm trying to like hit the button on the controller to like equip the gun, but like I said, he's moving side to side. He's "Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit!" And as I go to hit the button, my finger brushes his finger, and for a split second, something in his brain said, "She just touched me." And all he says is, "Oh shit! It's real!" And rips the headset off and throws it on the ground. You're on the ground on the other side, just on your back, rolling. You can't breathe. You're just holding your stomach, trying not to throw.
Coming out of my eyes. I'm crying.
Our other friend's falling off the couch because he's laughing so much, and the guy playing it is just like, "Fuck that game! What the fuck was that? Fuck you guys! I ain't playing games with you again."
And I can't get him to play it no more.
No,
it's so good though. Man, that was a funny ass night. But you know what's cool about VR? You know, just like we were saying, like how they show them like on movies. We're years away from that.
Oh yeah.
there's a show on, I want to say Amazon. It's called Upload. Mm-hmm. So it's basically a show where, say, like your loved one dies or something like that. Mm-hmm. You could upload their spirit into the server. Mm. So if you want to visit your family member or something, your grandma or something like that, you put on a VR set and you just go into this retirement home and they just in there just, living life. They still
fucking everybody, because that's what they do in retirement homes.
Kinda. But what's ill about it though, about the show is you saying they're fucking everybody. Mm-hmm. But they can fuck you.
Oh.
So yeah, so you can go say your wife died, your husband died, your girlfriend passed away or something like that, mm-hmm. and you carrying on this virtual reality relationship with them. Mm. So you go into the VR, you're like, hey, you want to get down, and then you, like, the person on the outside, they got like this full body suit on with like all these suction cups and stuff all over them. Yeah. It looks real creepy, but they could feel mm-hmm. you touching them, but they're dead. Yeah, but you could feel it. That is so fucking weird, man.
It sounds like an awful way to get over someone's death.
But it's a good show.
Okay,
it's like it's probably like 3 seasons. 3 seasons. It's funny. It's kind of like a dramedy. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. Okay. It's a really good show. But if you're poor, I think you only get like, was it 12 megabytes or something? Oh. Which is nothing. So you can't move. Mm-hmm. Like, so if you like speak one time, then you're done for the month. Mm-hmm. But like if you just got like an endless amount of money, then you do whatever the fuck you want mm-hmm. in the afterlife. But you just stuck in this like resort or whatever. Okay. So that was a cool thing about VR.
What games have you played in VR?
I got a couple of boxing games that mm-hmm. Where you boxing, it works you out. Oh yeah. Like I'm talking about to the point where you Yeah. I got a couple of boxing games. I think one's Creed 3 or Creed. It might just be Creed. Okay. I got that. I got another boxing game. I got this fishing game that you just, it's relaxing. Mm-hmm. It's not great by any means, but it's just, kind of relaxing. There's a couple of like puzzle games I got where you got to kind of grab certain stuff to put it here to mm-hmm. make it open up a secret door and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple of those. But I haven't been on my Oculus in probably, to be fair, probably over a year. Okay. So I don't know what's on there right now.
I'm on mine pretty much every other day now. I have in my living room, I recently was gifted a extremely heavy and hard to move treadmill. Mm. And I've been walking on it, and the problem I had found while walking on it was I was getting very bored because there is no TV in my living room. Mm-hmm. There's nothing in my living room. Yeah. So one day I just had the bright idea. I was like, I can just watch YouTube on my VR headset while I walk, mm-hmm. and it's just this giant projected screen. Like the size of it's like just a giant screen in front of me, and I just get to sit there and watch YouTube. So I've been doing that a lot lately. But a game that I have played, and I'm pretty sure you said you played it too. Drunken Bar Simulator, or Drunken Bar Fight, or whatever it is.
So good.
That is a fantastic game, and I have come so close to breaking my knuckle while playing that game. There's a dent on my Oculus controller because that's what saved my knuckle from breaking.
That's so good.
I was in this room mm-hmm. and I was playing with a friend and I was just swinging. So for anybody who doesn't know, Drunken Bar Fight, Drunken Bar Simulator, I forget the exact name of the game. Yeah. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a brawling game where you just start beating the shit out of people. You can pick up beer bottles and smash them over their heads.
Yeah.
You can pick up cue sticks and just start beating them with it. Guitars. You can pick up other people and just start beating them with it. But the main object is you're just swinging.
Yeah.
And I was in this room and I was just swinging. I was fighting. And the cameras can't see it, but you can. These game shelves I got.
Yeah.
My knuckle almost went into one of those full speed swing.
I believe that.
And the only reason my knuckle is safe is because there's a little ring around the edge of the Oculus controller. There's a big dent on one of mine right now. That would have been my knuckle. And it's a great game. I was so into it. I just wasn't thinking and I was just swinging.
Yeah. I got Beat Saber. Beat Saber's fun.
Beat Saber is fun. Yeah.
It's basically like you got two lightsabers and you got a slash at the bricks that's coming at you.
Yeah. It's a rhythm game lightsaber.
Yeah.
Game.
You know, they got like some music. You could download like music packs that you want to like listen to. So the squares come at you and you got to swing. It might have an arrow on it that's going like down, up, sideways. So you got to swing in that direction. And then sometimes some walls come at you, so you got like duck low,
lean to the side.
Yeah. Like Beat Saber's fun. Like I think me and you played it one time, and you was like on the most difficulty one. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you brought it over here, and you're like, yeah, I got this game, and you're showing me. I think you put it on like easy or something. You're like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I play this, and then I was like, I played it once on the easiest, and I was like. And I like bumped it up to hard, and I was just
and hard, no. Because I think good because you're more used to like Guitar Hero and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've played Guitar Hero a lot. I've played a bunch of rhythm games in general.
Yeah,
I've been trying to learn drums stuff. Yeah. So I like that kind of thing. So
yeah, it was a little bit too fast paced for me because them bricks just like whoa, you gotta wait. I ain't coordinated enough. You know.
It's a fun game, though.
Yeah, it's fun. Another thing about VR that I really like, I do like watching movies in it because it seems like you're sitting in the theater by yourself.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
And it's a big theater, like it's the big screen. You gotta turn your head. You're in the perfect spot for everything.
Yeah. What I don't like, because sometimes there'll be concerts on there. And I watched a concert in there one time, and it was just awful. Like, it didn't seem like you was in the crowd or anything. It seemed like he was right there in your fucking face.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I thought they could have did way better than that.
I've done the movie theater thing before, and there's a specific app you can get with the Oculus Quest. I forget the name of it. But my buddy also downloaded it, and you can watch movies together like you're in a movie theater. And there was a couple of movies we watched. The one I remember the most was the recent Five Nights at Freddy's movie. We watched it in VR for some reason. But like that was an interesting experience because my buddy lives in California.
Yeah.
And it was like we were sitting there. In a movie theater together watching a movie, like some stupid shit would happen because the movie's stupid. The Five Nights at Freddy movie is stupid. I saw it. We just turn to each other and be like, "What the fuck?" Like, and it was an interesting experience. Like he wasn't actually there, obviously, but
what you can see is like Avatar.
Yeah, I could see that he looked at me and he like he was making gestures and like, "What the fuck is it?"
Yeah,
and it was an interesting experience.
Yeah, that's cool. If you got like loved ones or something, y'all can put the Oculus on, y'all can chop it up or something like that.
Yeah.
Y'all can watch a movie together and stuff like that. It's really cool. That's probably, I never played we got the Quest. But
the Quest 2.
The Quest 2. I never played the one that's for the computer. What's that? Oculus?
There's a bunch for the computer. There's the Valve Index, the HTC Vive, the Oculus. I think it's just called Oculus.
Yeah.
On the computer, there's a ton of them. There's the Picto 3 or something like that. There's a bunch of them for PC, and the PC space is where a lot of the competition is happening. Where it's like, this headset has slightly higher resolution. This headset has a better shaped eye thing, so it looks better when you look through it, and all of this stuff. But that's when you're getting into like this headset is $1,000. This headset's $2,000.
But then you also need like a power bank to.
Well, those ones are fully powered by your PC, so they have to be plugged in.
So it's wired the whole time.
Yeah, which is what I like about the Quest so much.
But yeah, that's some other gripe with it. Like if you got the PC one, you got to be wired pretty much most of the time. Mm-hmm. But you also need a powerful PC to run it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just have like some bullshit to run it. You got to have like a $2,000 PC to run it. Mm-hmm. Then a $1,500 Oculus setup. Mm-hmm. You know, like it can get expensive. And there's an actual company, I think they're called Omni, where
the treadmill guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They got that, you know, setup where you put on the special shoes and you can play like the shoot 'em games. They got like, you know, the guns and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you were in this thing and you could just walk around like 360 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
It's still like $700.
I think it's more than that. I
think they've gone down in price actually, just because it's been out for a while now.
Okay.
Because I was looking at it recently and I think their lowest end is like $700.
Yeah.
When they were first coming out, it was like $2,000.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have one, but it takes up so much space.
Yeah.
You got to have a special space for it. And then you can't just get one. You got to have two. Because your buddy want to play.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, that thing is cool. You know, you just need a lot of space.
Yeah, and I've said before, like, to people I know, I've talked about with VR stuff, that the Omni treadmill is cool, but there's other ones that are like flat treadmills that move more, and those are like 10, 15 grand kind of thing.
Oh, you talking different bracket of money.
If I could get my hands on one of those and I could just walk around Skyrim in VR,
that'd be dope.
I would be the skinniest fucking person alive because I would walk the entirety of Skyrim. Yeah. And I would enjoy it because I played the shit out of Skyrim VR. Mm-hmm. And the problem with Skyrim is that it's Skyrim and the game breaks all the time. Yeah. Fantastic game. The game breaks all the time. I've had to restart my Skyrim VR like 3 times because I just hit a point where it just... The save just breaks. Damn. And that's like a PC thing because I'm modding the game and all that. Yeah. Because standalone Skyrim VR is trash. Yeah. It's a shitty game. All they did was make it so that instead of a third-person camera, you're forced to stay in first person. Mm-hmm. Now your head controls the camera, and then you can hold weapons and swing. That's all you can do in the VR of Skyrim. But on PC, you can mod the shit out of it. Yeah. To where you're like walking into people's houses and you're picking up apples off the table and you're hucking them at enemies and it's doing damage, and then like you can grab a sign that's on like the blacksmith sign and you can start hitting the blacksmith sign, or there's interesting stuff you can do with your spells. You can do it's based off of a game called Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, I'm here to Half-Life. Which is Half-Life Alyx is probably the best VR game that's ever been made to this point. Uh-huh. But it has a really cool feature where if you turn your palm open, it'll see the item that's in front of your palm, and you hit a button and you flick it and it pulls the item up in the air, and then you got to catch it. Really? It's from a distance, so it pulls it towards you and then you catch it out of the air. Oh, that's cool. And there becomes this really cool moment when you're in like firefights with the aliens of Half-Life, where you're like in an open area, you're ducked behind a car and you open a car door to block off the gunshots that's coming at you, and then you see, oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh, there's a magazine over there. Pull that towards me. It's flying in the air. You catch it out of air, change your clip, because it's one of those games that makes you do like drop the mag, put the mag in, cock the gun, you know, and it's just like this, oh shit, just doing a bunch of shit. And VR gets really cool when it's done well. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I absolutely love VR. I just wish people did more with it because it's not supported as much as I'd like.
Man, I'm right there with you. I also have a PlayStation VR set. I had two. My son has one. I got the other. And he actually has like the steering wheel set up and everything, and the pedals and everything. And I was in his room and I was playing Gran Turismo on VR. Fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Only problem is they only have a limited amount of tracks to play in VR. You can't play everything. You can play a couple of them, but they don't have everything. I'm like, fuck this. I want to play it all. Put it all on VR instead of just, spoon feeding me these little tracks. It was fun as hell. Because I really felt like I was in the car.
You can turn your head, you can see where you're going, you can look at your mirrors.
Yeah.
It's cool. And that's why I've said in one of the other episodes, in our simulator episode, I really want to play American Truck Simulator in VR with my steering wheel.
That would be great.
Because that whole game is playable in VR on PC.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, go ahead.
I was trying to think. I played Iron Man in VR. It was cool. It was another game that I played in VR, and I played Grand Theft Auto in VR.
Okay,
that was actually really fun.
I bet
it was really fun. I think I played on my Xbox, and we had the VR set on, and I was like, I really like this shit. Like I really like this shit, and I like you were saying before. I wish they would do a lot more with VR. Like, because the technology is there. I don't think there's a lot of developers in the market for it yet.
Well, the problem is VR has such a small user base.
Yeah.
That it's one of those things where it's like, do I spend my time and money to make a VR game for 50,000 people to play it? Or do I spend that same time and money to make a console game for 1 million people to play it?
I mean, but if you just got the option, though, where you can play it in VR, like some games you can play in first person, Call of Duty, just talk about Grand Theft Auto, Skyrim, Skyrim Oblivion, all that shit. If you could play that in VR, it's just an option. You put the VR, it'll recognize it.
Yeah.
That you got the headset. Okay, you want to play it in VR? Cool. I don't think that will be much difficult than just adding that into the game. Yeah.
No, I do wish a lot more games just at least had the option, especially horror games. I don't have. Have you really played any horror games in VR?
I played that Resident Evil, and it's another game. I can't remember the name of it. I'm about to text it to you because I'm pretty sure I'm so behind in updates. Like it'll probably take 2 hours to update that damn thing.
Probably.
It's another horror game on there. I just can't remember what the name of it was, but it was freaky as fuck.
Horror games are horrifying in VR.
Oh yeah.
Because, and I mentioned it a tiny bit, there's something with VR that, I don't know if it's just the way the lenses work or something.
Yeah.
It genuinely tricks your brain after a while into thinking, I'm there. Like, it's like, obviously in your head, you're like, yeah, I'm playing a game in VR. But there's something about the visual aspect that tricks your brain into thinking that I'm there.
Yeah.
And you put yourself in a horror game with that I'm here, and all of a sudden you've got these monsters around you trying to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
And it becomes terrifying.
Well, they got like this vest that you can put on.
Yeah, and it actually like gives you the feedback.
It gives you the feedback.
Yeah.
That's freaky as fuck. Now, what if you got like, what if they had like a VR or something? They got like the sensors where it blows like air on your ear or something like that. That'll freak you the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you be like, man, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, there's something about it that it's so interesting how it does it. Like, my dad, I've taken my VR headset over to my dad's house and I let my sister play it, and the thing my dad ended up really liking was Google Maps in VR.
Oh, yeah.
Because it does so well at tricking your brain that you can go into Google Maps Street View in VR and you can just feel like you're walking along a road, and you can like go visit the Eiffel Tower or something, and then you're seeing that in real size compared to what you are, because you're standing on the ground.
Yeah, and
your brain's tricked into thinking I'm standing here on the ground, and you're looking up the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah,
and it's such a cool little thing to do, because it's because like anybody can go on the computer and look at Google Maps and be like, oh yeah, that's what the area looks like.
That's what it look like.
But in VR, you're like, I'm standing here, and that, oh look at that, oh look at that. You know, you're looking around, and VR is just so cool. I just wish they did more with it.
Yeah, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think that would really be cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got the port for it.
I'm sure someone's done it on PC at least.
Yeah. But shit, we had our time, man.
Yeah.
But I do have a closer though.
Oh, you do?
I do have a closer.
Okay.
I have watched porn.
I was gonna say, you're not quitting the podcast.
No. I have watched porn in VR. So I just wanted to see what it looked like.
So have I.
That shit weird. That is so weird.
I didn't want to tell this story, but I'll tell this story. So this story involves king buns, right?
Let me swallow this because I don't want to spit it out. Go ahead.
King Buns came over to my house shortly after I had gotten a VR headset, and I had kind of showed him like how to work the headset, you know, and he was looking around at stuff, and we ended up sitting on. I was playing a game on my TV at the time. I think it was God of War, the first God of War on PS4.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the game I was playing. And he was sitting beside me on the couch just messing around with stuff. And he goes quiet for a little while. And I didn't think much about it. And all of a sudden, like I said, he's sitting beside me on the couch. And I just hear him go. I just see him go, wow, my dick's big. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, I had to try it. I was like, I haven't even done that. Why are you the first person to look?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, if you happen to have a VR headset, these are web capable.
They are, yes.
You can go on to
certain websites. And they have 360 videos.
They do have it in VR. Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at it on a regular TV, it's going to come up on like 2 screens. Mm-hmm. But if you look at it in VR, it's all one screen.
Puts you right there in first person.
Oh my God. You talk about the freakiest thing. Only gripe that I have with it, ain't no black people. I'm like, hey, that's not the right skin color. But it's trippy.
It basically ended up with me and King Buns. We honestly spent like 20 minutes looking around the house that it was in. I was like, God, that plant's dying. You know? And I was like, what the fuck is that artwork?
Man, that is some trippy shit.
It's weird.
Oh man, but I mean, you know, we still evolving. Mm-hmm. It's gonna get better.
Oh, I hope so. I hope that. I know, like I said, 10 years ago, I thought VR was the future.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I think AR is the future, alternate reality, where VR is virtual reality. I think alternate reality is the future.
I can agree.
Something that is just like we put on a pair of glasses and it puts something in our normal vision. Mm-hmm. Whether that be you're looking at a table and then the glasses project like a game board and you can sit there and play a board game with your friends or something.
Well, that was kind of like Google Lens a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Google Lens was ahead of its time. I actually still want a Google Lens.
I'm pretty sure you can find one.
I'm sure you should. I don't know. I haven't looked. I kind of want one. They're stupid looking with the big cube in this. But it was such a cool idea. It was a heads-up display. For anybody who doesn't know, it was a pair of glasses that would project Google Maps onto your glasses, so you could walk and it would just look like in your vision you just had like a screen of Google Maps in front of you. Yeah. And you could see where you were going, and then you could like take pictures and stuff. But
I've seen one guy with them on. That was the only time I ever seen him in real life. Mm-hmm. He was I was like, damn, he got the Google Lens glasses on. And then after that, they were just dead.
Well, what's funny is like...
You know what? Why are we here? Go ahead.
What's funny is the Google Glass came out, and it was such a cool idea, and everybody kind of acknowledged that it was a cool idea, but no one wanted to wear them because they thought they looked stupid.
They did?
Which, yeah, admittedly, they looked really stupid. So that's kind of why it failed, because no one wanted to look stupid. And then now, here in 2024, you have people walking around outside driving cars with the Apple Vision Pro on.
Those look stupid.
Those look fucking stupid. So I kind of wonder if, like, something like Google Glass came out now. If Google tried Google Glass 2.
Was it called Google Lens or Google Glass?
Maybe it was Google Lens or Google... I don't know. I think it was Google Glass. But I'm kind of curious if they tried something like that again today in a less ugly package, but with more modern technology.
Yeah, they were super ugly.
I think it could sell really well because I know I'd buy one. If I could just put on glasses and I have my maps up there, or I could like browse an internet, you know, I could read something while just sitting there.
Yeah, that's a hard no for me.
Are they expensive?
Hell yeah. Motherfuckers, $1,800.
What? For a used pair of Google Glass? For a used pair of a failed product that's probably not supported anymore?
Yeah, no. That's a hard no.
That's a hard no.
Yeah. So, that was my closer, man.
Porn. Porn was the closer?
Yeah, shit.
I thought we were going to talk about porn earlier, I'm going to be honest.
No, I want to say that to the end
Okay.
because eventually, when you got a cell phone, it was all about talking away from your house. Mm-hmm. Now it's just porn.
Yeah. Pornography is what moves the industry.
Yeah,
Pornography is why we have HD video, why we have 4K video. That's why VHS took off, DVD took off.
Yeah.
Is because it was an easier, better format to watch porn.
Yeah.
So if they just push porn on VR more, maybe VR will take off.
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, you're going to get better porn. They're going to give you fucking attachments and shit where...
Oh, those exist.
I don't even want to know. Anyway, hey. Yo, follow us on fucking Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. What else we got? Apple Podcasts, Spotify, at Too Fade to Play. Anything else?
Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a rating, subscribe, do all those cool things. It helps us out. It shares the podcast around. And just thank you for watching, everybody.
Yeah, man. Please, hey, continue to watch because we're going to keep cranking them out. Even if nobody's watching, we're going to keep cranking them out. We enjoy it. We also get to try crazy shit that we probably never would have tried. Like
I
this.
never would have bought Mad Dog on 2020 Ever. Canned on my own.
You got a mad dog. That dog is pissed off.
That dog is upset.
But shit, man. Hey, again, we thank y'all, man, for sticking with us, man. We over a year. Keep coming to watch us, and because I'm busted right now. I don't even know how I'm gonna get home.
I say you're cool to stay here for, however long you need. So
hey, shit, man. Yo, I'm LSD.
I'm Eggs.
Peace.
See ya.